Welcome, everybody, to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Cush. Listen, the bar's a mess. Life is a mess. Things are just bumping and colliding into each other constantly. I'm on my way to the event of the century called, what was it called? Unknowable Universe. Half my lights don't work. Listen, we got a lot going on today. Today, we are going to be finally taking everything we've been working on all week and combining it into one large format cocktail. And from there, we are going to carbonate it. And from there, I'm going to take it and I'm going to throw it into somebody's yard and they will drink it. So that's it. Watch the intro. Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. Good news, one more light works. Okay. Tonight, we are, I am in charge of a cocktail that I had to take somewhere, and I'm very excited about it. The theme was Unknowable Universe, and the cocktail that I chose to do was a Saturn. Now, here's some fun stuff. Everything fell apart. Nothing worked, but that's good. That's good for class. Not good for me. Good for class, because I can show you how to adjust on the fly. So, what do we have in front of us? I will tell you. This is supposed to be, this right here, is supposed to be like an orangish yellow. This is supposed to be passion fruit syrup. It is not. It is not passion fruit syrup. Instead, it is a mixture of passion fruit, dragon fruit, and mango. That's all the store had. That's all I could make. And so we had to adjust. We tasted and we adjusted and we made it. Not exactly the same, so technically, I get to rename this cocktail altogether. Better for, findability if I call it the Saturn, though. We're still calling it the Saturn. This right here is our homemade orgeat. This is not Hamilton brand orgeat, just homemade, regular old orgeat. This, secret ingredient. This right here is going to be our falernum. Nice, clear, easy to carbonate falernum. Right here, we have our gin. London Dry, in fact. London Dry gin, of course, is distilled with the botanicals, and there's no botanicals added afterward. That's what makes it a London Dry gin. It is dry of the botanicals. It is not going to have a lot of sweetener because they don't add anything after the distilling. Good to know. I also have an awful lot of lemon pseudo juice that we are going to be dumping into this. I should have put that up there. I am going to give you guys my very highly sought after. If I was Willy Wonka, Slugworth would be deep into the children's ears asking for this secret. Dr. Cush, he would say, probably like this. Dr. Cush, he would say, why are your drinks so good when they are in large format? I will tell you. I've already accidentally told you, but that's what we're doing. Let me say hello to the people before we get too deep into it. One second. Hope you're having a great weekend. You guys have chatted a lot. Now I got to go all the way to the top. 56 means 2 of the drinks. Good night. Don't forget glove. Oh, we've gone past it. Let's just start somewhere. Enjoy the rest of your morning. Cheers. Oh, here we go. Tiki cord. Cheers. Cheers all. We found it. Whew. Thought we'd never find the beginning. Cheers to you, Tiki Cord. Good evening, Shawnee Panabaker. Tiki Bonbon, winner of the 2025 Cush Tucky Derby. Having some weather out where Shawnee's living. Hope you're all right, buddy. It is freezing here. It's in the high 60s. Oof. Can't get over it. There is a new hashtag trending. Hashtag, where is DC? DC Debbie Clark. If anybody knows how to get a hold of DC Debbie Clark, please do. Let her know she is missed. But don't, and I will say this again, do not harass people. Just because maybe they don't want to be found. One question, and then that's it. Bootopia, yo, to you. Look at those full words. Yo, cushions. Nailed it. Moo. No way that thing's going to work tonight. Moose! Keith Austin, allowed behind the bar, this gentleman is. So I'm very excited to see he is here. A4 is here. That is my brother, my sister-in-law, and both of my nieces. That is colloquially known as A4. Good to see all of them. Captain Jack and Coke, aloha! Cheers to Susan. Who else we got in here? Amy Salmon is here. Fellow Cushies. Dr. Cush is #1 for off-the-cuff useful substitutes. Yes, that's what we have to do. We had to do an off-the-cuff useful substitute. And that's who's watching. Good. Let's get into it. I'm going to give you a lot of secrets. So, if you have invisible ink, tonight is the night to write in invisible ink. All right? I don't want all my secrets going out everywhere. I'm just sending them to you right now. Move all this stuff off. First, I want to explain a little bit about the vessel that I will be using. It's not going to fit on camera. Oh, it kind of fits on camera. This right here is called a Go on this side. All my lights over here. This right here is called a Cornelius Keg. I don't know who it's named after. I don't know if Cornelius means something weird. Maybe it means little thing. I don't know what Cornelius means, but this is called a Cornelius Keg. Sometimes we call them corny kegs, all right? Now, what are these used for? These things are great for making big old fat cocktails. They are 5 gallons, which is an awful lot of cocktail. They used to be used for bringing soda, Coca-Cola, pop, I believe some people call it, into restaurants. Before the pop people, the Coca-Cola brand, the Pepsi-Cola brand, the Barks brand, the A&W brand, before they all figured out how to put bags inside of boxes, they used to have to actually bring in the full amount of soda in one of these. Now, the fun thing about that is eventually technology moved well past that, and they got into the bag-in-a-box method where they add carbonated water into the bag-in-the-box syrup, and so these became obsolete. But they didn't want to waste them. I didn't want to waste them. You didn't want to waste them. Beer makers did not want to waste them. So beer makers started buying these home brew makers. They would make these, and then they would be able to carbonate their beer inside of them. That's excellent. Excellent. We're not throwing away. We're not getting rid of all this metal. We're all good. Well, turns out bartenders usually trod upon paths trod before. We saw that these beer makers were able to recarbonate or add in extra bubbles to their what should already be a pretty carbonated brew. Most of the time, beer should be carbonated. That's the little yeast farts. They're supposed to give you all that good carbonation. To add more carbonation or force carbonation into their beer, they started doing this. Bartender said, we have our brand new idea nobody's ever thought of. What if we also use these things to carbonate? And they did. And we did. And a lot of us got together and figured it out. Now, this is one of the first secrets. Secret #1 inside of the cardboard, or the Cornelius Keg. We're going to all see it. Okay. You see those 2 little things? 1 and 2? Those are the in and out pipes. I have no other idea what to call them. I call them the in and out pipes, and it's very difficult to search them on the internet without finding something gross. Normally in one of these things, there's a short one and there's a long one. That's a great way to do it because the short one will put the carbonation into the cocktail and the long one will pull all of the liquid out of there. That's a good way to do it. The problem with cocktails versus things like beer and soda is cocktails usually have solubles. Sometimes I like to call them chunkules, and I will continue to call them chunkules. So what did I do? I took out the little one. Is there a way to get that nice and bright? I took out the little one and added 2. There we go. I added 2 long ones. Now why, oh why, would that be necessary? I will tell you. If you are force carbonating something, you need it to continue to stir. How are we going to stir that? Am I going to go into the bar every day, pick up one of these heavy 5-gallon things and just start whipping it around? No, I am not. I found that if you carbonate from the bottom, you create what I like to consider into a maelstrom. It's a word I know. Maelstrom. It's like a whirlpool. So if you are carbonating from the bottom, if you are making your cocktails in one of these, all you got to do is either get a second one and take it all apart. That's the expensive way. Or figure out what the name of the little tube that goes in there and buy the extra tube. If you find out what the name of it is, let me know so that I don't continue to look for in and out tubes and burning the insides of my eyes. Okay. That's step number one. That's secret number one. The 2 long pipes. That way it doesn't matter whether you're pulling or pushing. It's all going to the bottom and it's spinning, spinning, spinning. So stuff doesn't settle. That's exactly right, Keith. So stuff doesn't settle. That's why we put them all the way to the bottom so things don't settle and we create a maelstrom. Okay. Let's get into this cocktail. I had to, at the last second, switch out my ingredients. We ran out of just straight passion fruit, so I had to add some dragon fruit and some mango into this 2 other great tropical flavors. The problem with dragon fruit is it's very sweet. Mango can also be very sweet if you're getting sort of ripe mango. So I had to adjust the amount of syrup that went into this. Even then, it still became an issue because it was still very, very sweet. We do not want this cocktail to be sweet, even though we're going to be adding our carbonic acid later, which is going to bitter it. Cool? We still don't want it to be sweet. We want a lot of these other flavors to shine. So this is how we're going to do it. The good news about making things in large formats is we don't have to be quite as precise. Don't ask me why that's the case. It just isn't. If you get it pretty close, it will all even out. It'll all come out in the wash. An extra ounce here or there isn't going to throw any cocktail so far off that you don't know what's going on. All right. So we're just going to be measuring this basically by eye. All right. We're going to be eyeing this thing. So I guess we can put it here. I mean, it just kind of does block me. Hello. Hello. Hi. Okay. So I have, my recipe is going to be a little more than 1,800 milliliters of our gin. So I have 750 milliliters. We're going to add a little bit more than that from a second situation. Then we are going to be adding 750 milliliters of lemon juice, 750 milliliters of our weird passion fruits. There we go. Passion fruit mixture. It's a passion fruit cocktail at this point. It doesn't just have passion fruit. We're going to be adding 375 milliliters of our, not that one, of this guy, orgeat, and 375 milliliters of our velvet falernum. So this is basically going to be half of each of these bottles, a little bit more than most of this bottle. And then we're going to be adding our water in to give this 20% dilution, which is going to be in the range of 1,800 milliliters of water. So make sure that's off. Let's just begin. It's going to be tough to screw this one up, so it doesn't matter if you do cheap ingredients first or last or whenever. So let's just begin here. We're going to start with our orgeat. This is a 1 liter bottle. Oh, that's just the top of my head. This is a 1 liter bottle. Thank you to the Breezeway and Hamilton for doing their stuff in 1 liters. That makes it easier. We're going to be adding 750 milliliters. So about 3/4 of this bottle is going right in to our business. There we go. Moose, this channel went from home bar to full industry in an instant. Yeah, it did. Listen, this is all stuff that I do at my home. I do this at my home. All right. This right here is going to be our velvet falernum. We are going to, right there. We're going to be putting in half of this bottle. Hello. It was really weird. When I said hello like that, I sounded just like, this is going to be weird for you guys, just like my grandma Helen. She used to say, hello, hello. It sounded a lot like her. Weird. Okay. This is where a lot of this flavor is coming in. Not there. This is where a lot of this flavor is coming in. This is what is going to now give this really interesting color. Give it a shake to make sure we get all the stuff from the bottom. We need 3/4 of a liter of this. So we're gonna. This is another liter bottle. Thank you to the Karuba people. Now you can hear it. There we go. And lemon. Now, I want to be a little bit more precise with my lemon. So I am going to measure out my lemon. I need 750 milliliters of that. The good news with this is there is 700. When I stand over here, the buttons get all mixed up. Right there. 750 milliliters of this, which is nice because 750 milliliters is going to be 1 bottle. So we're going to do a double bottling. Everybody good? Hello. Hi. Excellent. This is pseudo juice. This is super easy. 750 milliliters of pseudo juice. This does not help. Patting it doesn't help. Swirling it would help. Patting it does not help. Put that away. All right. Now, hello? Next thing we want to put in here is going to be our gin. We need about 1,800 milliliters of this. This is a 1.75 liters, so this is like 1,750 milliliters. We can just dump this straight in. Save that bottle for something later. And this is our cocktail. Oof, we are pretty full. We got about, I don't know, we got a lot in there. All right, this right there is a very viable cocktail. If you want to just go ahead and carbonate that, it'll be fine. Highly recommend then that when you pour it out, you either pour it onto some wet ice, some ice that has been sitting out for a while, or else you got to add water to it. Now we're carbonating this, so you can either add ice and shake, but it might explode. Explosions usually ruin a party. So we're going to be adding our water into this in a different way. Also, in order to get, I'm seeing that there's a lot of people that are having some issues with YouTube. I'll call them. Call Google. Who runs Google? Somebody. I'm gonna call them. The issue with carbonation is carbonating something that is warm is not as effective as carbonating something that is cold. So if you want to add water, just add ice. Easy. Now I'm gonna go ahead. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle's gonna call YouTube. You have their number? I think it's 1-800-911-YouTube. All right, we're just gonna add all of this ice. Oh, don't worry about it. 2 of them on the ground. Just gonna add a bunch of ice. There we go. Get this nice and chilly. Is this interesting? No. add lots and lots of ice. And we're also going to need to be adding a bunch of water. We don't put ground ice into the cocktail. So we pick up all of our ground ice. Right there. We're also going to be adding some water. Now that ice hopefully hit that liquid and started to melt. If it starts to melt, we're in a good spot. So we're going to go ahead and add just a little bit of water in there, and we're good. Okay. Now, I don't want to brag. I'm going to a little bit. Dr. Cush in 2018 won an award called Best Bartender in Los Angeles. I don't know if that's what it was called. Fernet Branca believed that in the county of Los Angeles, I was number one. They gave me a coin. I went to a ceremony. Somebody else, not Fernet Branca, made me one of these. Fernet didn't give this to me. You can just buy these, turns out. So you can just go to any store that sells trophies and just have them say whatever you want. I really did win that award. Okay, one of the reasons, I believe, was for what I was doing at this place called the Queensberry. Now, the Queensberry was a spectacular, tiny little bar, and at that bar, I had a lot of kegged cocktails. I tried for so long to figure out how to make a kegged cocktail taste better than one that was shaken. Took me forever. I went down one road didn't work, another road didn't work, until I finally thought, what is a road that most people won't go down? What's a road that people will probably sort of forget about, or maybe even think that, ew, gross, I would never go down that road? Well, one of my favorite ingredients in all of cocktailing, and I know it is controversial because for the 1980s, the entire time, everybody said, vermouth is gross. Those people, they led you astray. Those are not good people. Everybody that hates vermouth, I'm sorry. Not a good person. I found that adding vermouth to one of these cocktails is going to add some of that watered downness that we need. We don't want to have overly hot cocktails. We don't want to have overly blossomed cocktails, but we don't want to have overly hot cocktails either. And vermouth adds this is a Trader Joe's brand vermouth. It's just fine. Just fine. For something like this, we're in a good spot. Okay, so we're going to put this up here. We're going to add, usually I like to add about 20% of the cocktail's weight in vermouth. It stretches out the cocktail, and it also, it adds that bitterness that you can sometimes lose, plus carbonating it brings out some of the good parts of the wormwood. So, we're going to do a little less. Hello? We're going to do a little less than 20%. So we're going to add about 500 milliliters of our vermouth. Is there any chance we can get in here and taste this? You hear all that? Nope. Found it. Ground ice. We're going to give this a shake. Take it off the bar to shake, otherwise we're going to lose everything. Same thing as shaking a cocktail, just a little weirder. I'm going to put it up here so it doesn't look like I'm doing anything weird underneath the bar. There we go. We want that ice to melt. We want all those ingredients to get together. And there we have it. On the top of a Corny keg or a Cornelius keg, they have one of these little locks. It has a couple features. One is the lock that goes on to the thing. Another is this little guy. This is the pressure release. This thing is going to be under some pretty intense pressure. So we need the pressure release. There's no real way to show you guys. Oh, maybe we'll do this. You guys want to come behind the bar? Come here this way. Go, there we go. Okay. Hey, welcome to Behind the Bar. I'm going to drop this right here. We're going to throw this on here. Now, one very important thing to remember is I just showed you this little tab. That little tab right there. This little tab, incredibly important that it is not open when you start to carbonate. If it is open when you start to carbonate, as soon as you put the carbonation in here, it's going to spray everywhere. We don't want that. That's not what we want. We want something else. We want it to stay inside. Since I have modified this particular Cornelius keg to have both of the in and out tubes be long, it doesn't matter which whether we put it in the in or the out. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in our weapon. This is this guy right here. There we go. Get my headphones out of the way. Let's attach this. Come on, attach. Oh, let's try this other one. Come on, attach. Make me look like an idiot. Oh, that's good. Okay. That is attached. Yep, that's attached. All right. There we go. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and show you what we got here. We're going to go ahead and turn this on, and we're going to listen. Oh, righty, lefty loosey. Sounds like there's a monster in there. That's what we want. Okay, then we want to get this up to about 20 psi. The way to do that is there's a little lug nut right here. You can just twist this with your hands. The more you lug it up, the more pressure you get. Yes, it's hashtag monster in a keg. Now, this will go for a while until it gets to pressure. So all of that carbonation is going to continue to flow in here, stirring my cocktail for me, also helping some of that ice to melt, as it's moving. The motion, we know, motion creates heat, heat melts ice, ice melting creates cold. It's a whole situation. I don't know, it's a circular, it's a Ouroboros where the snake eats its own tail. We can start to listen. It's beginning to calm down. And now it's quiet. That means this is now carbonated, right? This has the carbonation. The problem with it is it's only carbonated in a stationary way. Please don't ask me about the science behind this. I don't know the science behind it. If I now take this and give it a little shake, it wakes up again. The more you shake it, the more places that carbonation can attach to, the more carbonic acid you can get into your cocktail. So before this is going to be ready to serve, I used to, either myself or my old barback Fergus, we would sit on a chair, we would tip these onto their sides, and we would roll them with our feet. Roll, roll, roll. Until, even after vigorous rolling, it would no longer accept any more pressure. That is how we got all of these kegs up to pressure. This right here is ready to go. This one's not exactly ready to go. It'll be ready to go soon. We're going to attach, make sure that this is all closed. Yep. We're going to attach our spout. That little spout there. One second. Having some spout issues. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's an interesting thing to have happened. My headphones got wrapped around this whole spout. All right. Whew, now I can hear it. All right, we got our spout. We have our cocktail. It's all attached. Let's see what it looks like. bring this little guy. Go close. Oh, go close. Look at that. All of those good bubbles, all of that carbonation sitting inside of this guy. We have created a cocktail. We even see that there, let's bring in this guy again. Oh, this guy. We even see that there are some chunkules that are living in there. That's fine, as long as we clean the keg after each one. I cleaned it this afternoon. As long as we clean these before, we should be good. Let's taste it. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. Yeah. Nice and fizzy. The carbonic acid comes through on this. Carbonic acid comes through. I'm finding the gin in there. We could probably throw a little bit more gin. We can depressurize this, adjust some flavors if we need to. I think I might just throw a little bit more gin in here before we start. This is a crazy little party that we got going on. So there we go. We should be good. All right. I unfortunately have to get to this party, but before I do, I want to say, Kyle, can you bring me a towel? We have a bit of a spill from when we turned the thing on. I'm not gonna show you guys. So Kyle, yeah, maybe 2 towels, Kyle, 2 towels. 2 towels. Oh, what's up, Quee Freak? It's my old friend Quee Freak. How you doing, buddy? Long time no see. Before we go, there are a couple big things happening. First of all, there are 2 birthdays that I have to announce today. One of them, thank you there, Kyle. Appreciate you, buddy. Just gonna drop these right there on the ground. Excellent. Cool. There are 2 birthdays that are happening right now. One, I want to say very happy birthday to Cocktail Lulu, who is not here, but is certainly here most days. So if you see somewhere that she's hanging out, please say hello to Cocktail Lulu. Oh, Tiki Bonbon's mom's birthday was yesterday. That's a happy birthday to Tiki Bonbon Senior. I don't know how that works. Yeah, big happy birthday, Cocktail Lulu. I also want to wish an incredibly heartfelt birthday. Not that the last one wasn't heartfelt, but this one, this one matters even more. A very, very happy birthday to the producer of this show, Motu Jen. It is her birthday. I've been telling you guys that this is for an event. This cocktail is for my wife's birthday party. So it is Jen's birthday. Just in case you guys forget what this show actually is, this show is just a collection of me deciding maybe I'll quit this show, and Motu Jen talking me back into continuing to do this show, believing in me, and keeping Kyle in order constantly so that we can continue to have this amazing community. Without Jen, without my wife, without the producer of the show, this show just wouldn't exist. It just wouldn't be. It wouldn't be what it is. She does a lot of stuff behind the scenes that you guys don't see. She does a lot of stuff in front of the scenes that maybe you do see. But I love her very much and could not have done any of this without you. So I love you, Fuzz, and very, very happy birthday to you. To all of you, thank you for showing up. Hopefully you guys get your Carboy Keg or your Cornelius Kegs in order when you're batching things. Let's go over the things we remember. Cornelius Kegs, 2 long in and out tubes. Second of all, you want to add the vermouth to any high batch or any large batch, anything, and then remember to get your carbonation right. That's what I got for you guys. I got to get to a party. Get to a party. Yes. So we, yes, a lot of love for Lulu, a lot of love for Jen. Very, very excited to celebrate my wife tonight. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Cush. Remember, that these classes will always remain free, but if you can't help out, there's a few ways you can do it. One of them is financial. If you want to help out, we have a Patreon, we have a PayPal, we have a Venmo. This just keeps the bars lights on, keeps the bar going. Can't do that? Tell your friends about our show. We love when new people join. We love when friends of friends join. We like the community getting bigger, not necessarily with just anybody, but with good people that we all already like. And then the last thing you can do to help out this show is show up. We do classes Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays here at Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks, where in this next year, we are going to be focusing more on technique than just being a recipe show. So hopefully that's interesting to you guys. We have a lot of very fun things planned for 2026, and hopefully you will be part of those. Until next time, what do we always say? This thing doesn't work.
It's done, and it can seriously.
It's completely something different. Until next time, guys, thank you so much. Are you Dr. Jenga Jenga? We're gonna find him. Also, bye. Bye. We have a very, very special guest coming in for the final night. Now, just be careful. It is a little slippery back here. This is my producer. This is Motu Jen, everybody. A very, very happy birthday to you. Do you want to get in there and taste it?
Yeah.
Yeah, get in
Can
there.
I?
Yeah, please. Right?
Yeah.
You smell good.
Mm. Mm. Oh. Oh.
Is it good?
Mm.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are in a good spot. People want to see you dance it out.
Oh.
You can't hear the music. Don't worry, the music's not playing. All right. Cool. Well, I want to thank you again for all that you do and wish you a very, very happy birthday. And you are the best. And I'm very, very excited to celebrate you tonight.
I love you.
I love you more. Okay. Bye, everybody. Oh, bye, everybody. Dang. Bye, everybody.